This training is a quick overview of Microsoft Word. The objective for this training is to familiarize staff with the basic functions of the first 4 tabs on the ribbon. At the end of the training, you will be able to create a new document and save it, format a document, insert elements in a document, use the Page Layout tab, and apply technology use with close reading. The Common Core state standards that can be met by using Microsoft Word include English Language Arts Literacy 1, 4, and 7. When you open a new Word document, the Home tab will be visible. The options available with the Home tab are shown across the ribbon. On the left, you can see the Clipboard group, followed by the Font group, and in the center, the Paragraph group. Click on Launcher button for dialog box options. You have to click and drag to highlight your work in order to make any changes in your document. Here's an example of an open Word document. Notice in the top left-hand corner that the Home tab has already been selected. So let's go ahead and start editing our text. First of all, let's move the year, 2014. I've highlighted it. So now I'm going to come up to the Clipboard group and cut it. Now I'd like to put it after the word kindergarten, so I've highlighted there. Come back up to the Clipboard group and choose Paste. All right, now let's go ahead and highlight the whole title, and let's copy it, and we'll put it at the bottom of the document also. So I clicked on where I want it to go, I click on Paste, and there it is. Let's move to the Font group. Let's select the entire title, and let's make it a little easier to see. So let's bold it. Let's change the font. Notice as I go down the list, you can see what the different fonts would look like. Let's change the size. We'll make it a little bigger. It was a 12-point font. Let's make it a 14-point font. And let's change the color. Let's make it a nice bright red so it's easy to see. Also, let's come down here to Leading to Reading. We'll highlight that, and let's go ahead and bold it and underline it so it's easier for parents to read. Finally, it's really important about singing songs. So we're going to go up to the highlight button here and highlight that so parents can see that easily. If we highlight the entire text, notice it's currently left justified. It's here in the Paragraph group. I can center justify or right justify. Let's go ahead and leave it left justified. The next tab is the Insert tab. Notice here that you can insert tables, insert illustrations, you can change the header and footer, and change text. Here's the example Word document again. Now select the Insert tab. Let's start by inserting a table. Click your mouse where you want the table to be. Let's put it here below the text. Now I'm going to click on the table. As I move my mouse along the boxes, you can see the size of the table, both in the orange and at the top of the table it tells you the size, and you can see it on the document. If you have a really big table that you'd like to put in, you can choose this Insert Table, and you can tell it exactly how many columns and rows you'd like it to be. Today, let's keep our table pretty small. All right, our table is in there. Now, let's say that our mascot for our school is a koala bear, so let's insert a picture of the koala bear. If I go to Pictures, oh, there's our koala bear, so I'll choose our koala bear and insert. Wow, he came in really big, so I'm going to take the corner and I'm going to drag it in, and I'm going to keep dragging it in until the picture is the size that I want it to be. Next, I want to insert a hyperlink. So I'm going to choose where I want it to be. Let's put it right below the koala bear. And in our links group, there's a hyperlink. So I'm going to click on that. In the address bar down here, I'm going to put the school district website. And I'm going to click OK. It put it right on the document where the cursor was, And if I bring my cursor over to it, you'll notice that it says Control and click to follow the link. So the link is active already. Finally, let's title our document and make a header title. So we'll go into the header here. Let's make it an alphabet. Notice there's lots of choices. And let's go ahead and just type in Pasco School District. Now we've got a title in our header, we've added a table, and we've added a picture and hyperlink. The next tab is the Page Layout tab. On the left side, you can adjust margins, orientation, towards the center, spacing. Click on Launcher button once again for dialog box options. The last tab is the File tab. It is located on the far left-hand side next to the Home tab. This is where you can save documents. Notice that you can click Save or Save As. You'll of course want to save your documents to your U drive so you can access them easily. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see the Print option. You can decide how many copies, which printer to send a document to print on, and if you want to print all the pages or a few pages, there's more options as you go down the left. Application. How could you use Microsoft Word in your classroom? Close Reading is the district campaign from Dennis Parker. For close reading, you would ask your students to read multiple times, device in hand, with different, increasingly complex purposes as you read and reread. The first time you read a text, you may be asking, what's going on and how do I know? The second time, you might focus on, how do the author's choices help me understand or appreciate something that I didn't notice the first time I read? The third time you read a text, you might focus on, does this text cause me to think or wonder about some larger aspect of the text or of the human condition? Notice that we had used highlighting, yellow for the first reading, purple for the second, and green for the third reading. Here's an example of a close reading text on a Word document. Students would open a previously created Word document to read the passage. Students will use the highlight function to make notes to identify supporting text for each close reading, changing colors as they reread. Students can use the New Comments tool under the Review tab to make annotations as they read. You can see the annotations on the right-hand side of the screen. It would be like handwriting comments or questions that you have about the text on the margin of the book. This is just a quick shot of how Microsoft Word can be used in all content areas to help meet Common Core state standards. Here are some additional resource websites.